Hello everyone, welcome to the Italian Mobile Legends Super Cup. Today I am joined by Nexus.
Hello guys.
And we're going to cast Flying Eagles versus
SV Monarch.
SV Monarch, that is correct. I hope we're going to have a very nice best of 3. I hope we're going to see all 3 games getting played today. And later on we're going to see Method Black versus Onigiri.
So we started here with the Fanny ban. I mean, we saw today on the hands of Rap Fanir. It's a very good Fanny player.
Right, and there is going to be another ban, and it's going to be a Matilda. She's a very strong support. I would say even in a mage slot she could work, but she's very annoying. She has CC immunity on her alt skill. She just has a lot of slow effects. Other than that, I say she's a pretty decent roamer.
It's a very well-rounded roamer. Does a lot of damage, provides a lot of support for the team, and a lot of sustain.
And there's going to be a Guinevere ban, which is to be expected. I was hoping for a Ruby ban to get a first pick, Guinevere to bait it out, something like that. But
this next ban is kind of unexpected. Let's hold our horses here. We got a Layla ban coming in.
I mean, this is a respect ban towards the player Layla, no mana.
We understand that we have a good Layla player, but when it comes to this type of level of gameplay, we're talking these guys are good players. They should know how to counter this kind of hero.
But we saw RRQ Hoshi use Layla in the recent digital tournament, so you know.
Like,
you can't see that before you see.
That's something to take in count. The thing is, that was a draft diff, honestly, so I don't hope to see that again. Will be interesting, but I won't hold my horses too high. And then we have a Joy ban. That's, again, your
pretty
average ban. Like, Joy is a very oppressing hero, a lot of CC immunity, a lot of damage. I mean, it's totally understandable.
She can just go in a team fight, leave almost unscathed. She can just do a lot of damage. She can work in the mid, XP, jungle position, maybe even gold if you've flexed her enough. Depends on the player. And we're going to see an Aurora ban, which is to be expected. She's a very great hero for tower diving, for team fights, etc. But still,
a lot of CC.
That leaves open a lot of heroes.
We have the Nana open, the Diggy open, 1-1 open. A lot of possibilities right here.
We have the Ruby as well. We have loads of heroes actually.
Banned. So Ruby is an anti-dive hero. We have to see what they're gonna pick. Showing off interesting junglers right now. Nothing too obvious. We have a Lapu Lapu pick. I would say it's a pretty safe first pick. Lapu Lapu is just a character that knows how to snowball. Does pretty die off in the late game, so we have to see how they're gonna support him in the early game. Then we have a Faramis pick. Anything to say on that?
I mean, Faramis' first pick is a second pick actually. It's a very risky pick. The Valentina is still open, the Novaria is still open, the Nana is still open, the Netherlands can get shut down easily. Then just leaving the team of SV Monarch to a downfall, actually. It can be a two-sided blade.
Yeah, timing that skills on the Netherrealm state is devastating, especially if you have a Nana, which has pretty delayed skills. The Molina Blitz. That's pretty scary for Team SC. They have to take in count that. Then we have a Ruby pick again. We say Ruby is a very good anti-dive character. Flex pick on the roam or XP. We usually see her more on the roam side, but it's not something to take in count. She can go in the XP lane, no problem.
Yeah, you can't overlook her Ruby. She's very dangerous. I mean, if you play her hard enough, you can maybe fit her in the jungle role, but that's a bit reaching it. And we're going to see Lesia getting picked. That's a very good mage. She's devastating to play against. Black shoes, just going back in time, denying all of the damage she basically took and going back in for round 2. And a Minotaur, which is also very good. Engager, roamer, flicker type of deal, support also, Flask of Waste abuse on that. Just loads of very generous picks for the side of Flying Eagles.
mean, right now we can see a CC pick for the XP lane. CC is just a straight up fighter, single target, a lot of sustain. With the Vengeance, she can heal up. She does dish out some interesting damage, but I would say she's not very reliable when it comes to giving out that damage. She needs that 1v1. If she doesn't have that 1v1, besides her ultimate curtain call, she doesn't supply too much help for the team.
I mean, her mobility is very actually underrated. She can just go over walls, she can just escape any team fight. She is a single target X-Borg without immunity skills. Her curtain call allows her to deal just, I think, double the damage with a 30% reduction. And then recent buff on Warax was very good.
So we have a Xia ban from Team SV. Layla does play Ixia. She's actually a global Ixia at the moment. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much a respect ban. And we get also the Nolan ban. Team SV does need that assassin. They have two tanky heroes already, Ruby and CC. They need that damage. So it's a good ban.
I mean, I think Flying Eagle is going to ban more marksman, because I think Layla can play probably Bruno or Nathan right here in this situation, but we're going to see a Barat's ban getting handed out. It's a pretty fair ban considering how strong Barat's is with, as I said, Warax prison buff. He can just go in, melt, does a lot of damage, he's annoying to deal with, he has a suppression effect on his ultimate skill, that one as welcome. But we're going to see the Nathan I was talking about getting banned out actually.
Yeah, I guess they trying to trade those bans. One jungler, one marksman for each side. So it's understandable. I don't know if they're gonna go for the marksman pick here to just deny the entire selection of the marksmans here. But doesn't seem like so at the moment. What can they pick?
I mean, a Martis would work out very well here for Team SV Monarchs. But we are going to see a Frederian getting picked out. A very nice picker actually, in combination with the Ruby and the Faramis. A lot of burst damage potential right there.
So I think the only thing they can pick right now for Team SV is probably a Cloud. They need that damage. They don't have either a burst mage or a like a lot of DPS, like constant damage. We're talking about chip damage from Cloud, especially when they have a lot of CC going on.
I would say they would need a Brody or something to burst down the Nether Realm, as I said previously. Even so, the carry was actually left open, which is a very risky play. With her tank build, even so with her recent buff, she can go a lot more penetration. Or the Harris. Okay. And it's going to be an X-Borg jungler as well. Very nice pick so far, I like them. The X-Borg can go pretty fair in a 1v1 versus Frederian in the turtle fight, but they can execute it using their ultimates respectfully. But so far, I think Flying Eagles have won this draft.
I can't talk too much right now. Some picks are premature, I would say. Some other picks would have been better in this situation. I think Team SV went for more the counter pick draft instead of going for a specific lineup per se. We have a lot of anti-dive heroes as for Frederian and Ruby. CC is gonna be just a sustain. She's gonna take in all the damage and trying to give her team an opportunity to open up some kills. As for the Harriet pick, I'm looking forward to it.
I think here the carry pick and the X-Borg pick were just to counter the Frederian, the CC, and the Ruby. Just all of them are 3 monster, 3 fighter rooms. 3 fighters, 1 in the roam position, 1 in the jungle position, 1 in the XP lane position as normal. But they're all tank, you can't do much to them if you don't have any penetration like a Leslie, X-Borg, something that does true damage. We can see that both junglers don't get much help. We can see that the Minotaur is going to check for vision in the top lane, turns pretty fair trades. And both the Faramis and Ruby are heading towards the bot lane to maybe get an early pickoff on Layla.
I mean, right now you can see here 3 people on the bot lane on the carry. Nothing too much right happening. Like they trying to chip her out. Her HP was already below 50%. But Carrie has the Brave Smite, so she can pretty much heal up. Yeah, right now it's a pretty passive start for both sides. Esports is going on for the bot lane gank, so we can see here getting that level 4.
Actually,
Yeah.
Carrie's going for a damage build, not a tank build.
Well, she still does have the Brave Smite, so she's gonna be standing a lot of damage.
I don't think Layla has the Brave Smite. That's a weakness finder to me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is a weakness finder.
I can. I do have glasses on, so
Yeah,
I
but
might be
Heart's doing
tripping.
a lot of damage to the carry. That's probably an early game kill if the Heart commits.
We
But
can
still,
see here that the Lilia took so much damage. She's forced to back out. We completely missed that. And
look at the Frederick waiting in the jungle of flying eagles. She was just giving some information. And there's probably going to be a one-sided turtle towards the Frederick. He almost has the level 5. But
both roamers taking the level 4 in the mid lane. Actually, Mino has it, but I don't think they have time to contest that turtle. Fredrin already has a setup done, and he did mess up the execute, but that was a free turtle for him anyways.
either way, Xborg was forced to use the retribution right there. And an ammo pendant coming through.
We got the Mino in rage with the knockup again. Last Insanity coming in. The CC forced to back out. That Cold Archer coming in. Fredrin with a lot of CC coming through to that export. Without that shield, he was pretty much dead. Player coming in. Bravest Fighter raising slash. A lot of damage coming into that Fredrin. He's taunting him, and he did manage to pull him into tower. Also gets pulled again into tower by the Paramis. But it was a fair trade, I guess. 1-1. 800 gold difference at the moment. Fredrin is just taking his blue and back to farming. Lily still has the black shoes.
The call charge was a bit too early on using the team fight. It was probably just a
safety measure, I would say.
Safety measure for that the last Insanity from Xborg.
We can see here, Ruby does have the ammo offended. No flicker though, but they just gonna pressure the lane. They can allow it, so not too much harm done there. And top lane here we have a Red Ring gank on that Lapu. Lapu's taking a lot of damage from the CC. Forced to use their raging slash to back out to the tower.
Because the tower is giving a lot of power to go towards the carry. We can see as the Monarch, Ruby's coming through, a Hook coming on the Xborg, breaking the armor. Baram is following through, going for a flicker, pulling them out.
Mino and Fury coming in, the knockup again, but he's pretty much alone. He can't do much. He's tanking a lot of damage, but is that Lilia gonna be able to do that much damage? Cold Ultra coming in perfectly to counter that Lilia. Paramis is pretty low at the moment, but he can regen. They're not gonna force this tower.
That was a lot of gold towards Starboy. Either way, that was a double kill for him.
Yeah, that was a pretty good trade on the side of SV. They actually managed to execute that flawlessly, I would say.
Yeah, you can see that the Dame is trying to walk in the bush, get a lot of vision. Curtain Call coming through.
Last Insanity coming in from Xborg, Raging Slash, connects on the CC. She's forced to use Vengeance. The turtle is pretty low. Are they gonna be able to execute it? Yes, Fredrin gets a retry on it. Fredrin is backing out though. He's pretty low. The CC gets caught by the Lilia. Minotaur trying to escape. He uses the flicker and he actually managed to escape.
I don't think you saw the sub, but the Faramis pulled the Minotaur out of the Fredrin pressure.
Oh, yeah, that was kind of a fumble, but they still got the turtle. I would say it was scuffed, but the contest from side Flying Eagle, that was not really smart from them. The jungler was one level behind, and the Cold Archer coming in. Does he have the Minion Rage? Yes, he has. And he gets a knockup again. I'm offended coming in. Zaman's Force, a lot of damage coming in. That Ruby flickering out, but she's gonna get picked off by the carry. That's Insanity on that Harriet. Is he gonna survive this? No, he's not. He forced to use the flicker. I mean, the Purify.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice team fight. The Speedy Lighters getting clutch right there, just melting down everyone in that team fight.
I wanna
and
say
the flicker chase. The Frederick actually gets the kill on Vlad.
Wow. I wanted to say that the discipline from Carrie was pretty good. She actually gets that kill on the Ruby with pretty much the last hit on the passive. If the Ruby had regen, she probably would have survived that. That was like a legit last digit effort.
Yeah, right now I think the weakest link for Team Flying is the Lapu Lapu. He wasn't rotating that much. Just the CC's everywhere. She's just moving around. She's just doing a lot of damage to him right now. The curtain call coming through on him. In the bot lane there is a small team fight going on.
You see here, Mino just got destroyed. But does he have the Cold Altar though? He does, and he perfectly executed this last digit of HP. He would have died there.
I think that's a very good trade from Carry actually. Cold Altar for nothing.
I mean, they did get the tower.
It's a power, but still.
Are they gonna get the turtle though here?
Good
CC
information.
is baiting them out. The Fredrin is 2 levels ahead. But last is Santi coming in. Perfect execution on the red tree. Is he gonna die though? He might be able to die here. She doesn't have the curtain call though.
Lapu Lapu getting taunted.
He gets knocked up by the Fredrin. Nothing.
Just forced to flicker out. A lot of information coming
he gets
out
retreat and
team.
Appraiser's Wrath connects perfectly, although it's not a lot of stacks on him. He didn't do that much damage, but it still hit perfectly. And the Minoan Rage, the knockout, they can't do much. Lila doesn't have that many bombs at the moment, but she does get the black shoes. But right now, I'm very confused. What are they trying to do here in the mid lane? We got the Bravest Fighter coming in, Razor Slash, does not connect. And they
gets the kill on Lilia though. That was a lot of valuable ultimates wasted by Team Flying Eagles. They just can't manage to get the execution of a team fight out. They don't have a very good proper engage. The Minotaur is very squishy. And the curtain call coming in from the CC was just holding the Lilia and the Minotaur together. One was running the opposite way, one the other. The Lilia was trying to get away, the Minotaur was trying to get in, and that's just a blemish of a fight.
I said the turtle call is probably the best thing of CC. It's a very devastating force in like tight skirmishes, because if she gets one ulti on someone that's close to each other, they can't move because they get stuck.
Yeah, it's in a chain, so it's almost like a small penalty zone that's more dangerous. Like there is an ultimate, but consider it like it's stuck on 2 people and they cannot.
Oh, I'm offended coming in, gets 3 people, you know, Fury knocks up 4 people, but the Cold Altar is just denying all the damage. Lapu Lapu is getting melted by the Zamans for his heart here, doing a lot of damage. Are they gonna be able to push this tower? No minions though. The heart is pretty low, he can use the region to back out. Are they gonna go for the Lord? It's probably the smartest decision here.
It's a 2 for nothing trade. Flying
the position
are trailing.
Yeah, they not connecting the team fight. The problem is the Lilia is not doing that much because the Cold Altar is just denying all that damage. It's just pretty sad, honestly. Like they had seen the what is Farmis doing? Excuse me.
Farmis is just pushing a bit of his luck. But even so, the Lapu Lapu was first to use the Bravest Fighter. That leaves the Harriet may be able to push the top lane turret.
They 2-on-1 though. Harriet does have the summon source, but he's not gonna use it.
And he has a lot of damage at Harriet.
He's gonna force a tower. The Ruby is there to maybe get the I am offended on the. He flickers out.
That was a perfect purify coming from the Harriet though.
I think he didn't even need to use it. The Minotaur trying to jump out. Perfect flicker, avoiding that hook on the Faramis. He would have died there, so.
Okay, that all lanes are showing himself in the Lord in the mid lane. Vlad doesn't have that much left of his kit. The Harriet has back his Xenon Force, he may be able to go in, maybe finish the deal on Vlad. But not a lot. The Faram is pulling him out of the base.
Daman's Force coming in. Is Minotaur gonna be able to ult? No, he doesn't. Light Speedy Light Wheels to clear out the Lord. The Appraiser's Wrath connecting on that carry. Destroying her. She got one-shotted.
That Fredrin jumped in at the perfect time. The Lapu Lapu is getting pulled out of the base, but no, he denies it.
Splash to avoid the pull. Was a good immune from Lapu Lapu, but they're not gonna be able to defend this. CC's forced to back out. She's low. That Lilia is doing a lot of damage at the moment, but It's not enough. They forced that bot lane. Nobody could have defended that. So, yeah.
And as I said here at the start of the game, I like the draft of Flying Eagles more. If you put it into a perspective play, it works out, but they're not doing it a fair honor job by Alter utilizing it. Egbrock isn't utilizing the ult to its maximum capacity.
That one's fought on the carry and she gets picked off. Harriet is just gonna be able to dash out of that, no problem. The last insanity is wasted. Here CC's taking a lot of damage as a vengeance knockup from the Mino. Is he gonna able to survive it? I'm offended. Someone's force. Bravest fighter coming in from Lapu. Lightning Slash. He still has it. He's tanking a lot of damage, but it's not enough.
Parami still having the Cult Altar there.
Cult Altar coming in. Wait, Lapu actually escaped that. They let him. Yeah.
You can see Rap is moving his way there. The walking refrigerator maybe. Parami's killed the Lesia.
Yeah, the passive and the torch. Was pretty sad, honestly. But they let the Lapu. I'm offended coming in with the flicker. Zaman's force. He gets pulled by the Paramis. He doesn't manage to connect it to Raising Slash last insanity to clear the waves. He can't really do that much of damage. The Fredrin is just so far ahead. They might be even able to finish this right here with the Harriet. Harriet is threatening the base. Zaman's force, and I think that's GG for SV. No minions. Immortality popped off on that. Fredrin, and then CC, she's
and that's
just
going to be game 1.
GG's.
Man, that Harriet was doing almost everything. He was just going in, out. The Ruby was going with the ammo fender, pulling everyone together, giving more damage. The Fredrin was taunting. Just a lot of very good plays.
I honestly did not expect that Harriet pick. I would have thought they could have picked a Bruno. That's just an average counter to your carry, but I'm proud, like, for real, like, that Harriet popped off and really well played from SV and Monarch. They actually played it that perfectly.
Yeah, Starboy did a lot of tower damage and a lot of damage on his own. 40% of the total damage and 70% of the total tower damage. That's a lot of pushing.
Yeah, you can see that Zaman's force just melts a tower, because he can just hit the tower and non-stop. And just like, Harriet is not your average pick.
He's a very strong pick. He's a magical pick. I think he was a very good pick there because of the character ban Nathan out. Yeah, it's a counter to Wind of Nature basically.
Yeah, like you ban the Nathan. Okay, I'm taking the Harriet.
Yeah, the Ferdinand was there to support, being a backliner tank. Even so, the Ruby was doing a very good job. So was the CC, just managing to poke out every single player, just holding them together like glue.
You can see that meta of 3 fighters, like, is super prominent at the moment. Like, you got the Ruby, the Fredrin, and the CC, yeah?
Yeah, the CC.
And that was perfectly executed from SV Monarch. My honest problem was the Lesia pick. In theory, it should work against the Faramis when they are in Netherrealm state, but it doesn't really work because the Minotaur is not getting any margin to use his Minotaur Rage properly, because if he uses it instantly, I'm gonna go Cult Altar, and then you have nothing to do there.
I believe we're on break, Nexus.
Oh yeah, I'm taking a break.
And we're back for game number 2 between SV Monarchs and Flying Eagles. I'm still here with Nexus. We're hoping for a little bit of a better game. So, the first game was a bit of a massacre. They couldn't do much. The Harry was playing extremely well. Do you have anything to say about last game?
I mean, that SV Monarch pretty much, I said, executed that game flawlessly. Draft was pretty good. The laning phase was super good from Harry's side. Lapu Lapu was not playing properly. We can say that. As for bans, they were pretty good bans. The team Flying Eagles did swap up 2 players, if I'm not mistaken. Can you correct me on that?
Flying Eagles didn't. They swapped the XP laner and the gold laner. Pumpkin is going to be the XP laner, and Christy, TZ, is going to be the new gold laner. I'm going to see a first 1-1 ban. A bit of an early access might have been actually, but still, probably Christy plays one a lot. They maybe have a bit more info than us casters, which is, I would say, great. It's very good team compositioning. Even the drafting ban phase has to be thought about. It's 90% of the game.
Yeah, I mean, studying your enemy makes you better. So, when you know how to counter those picks, just ban them. Like, if you can't play against them, just ban them. And we're gonna see a Guinevere ban. Your average ban, honestly. Last game was banned, so you can expect it to be banned again. I'm not sure if they're gonna leave that Ruby open. That Ruby did very well. Placed those I'm offended so well.
Yeah, the I'm offended really worked out great. The Ruby was managing to get 2-3 people per flicker per I'm offended. Even so, just managing to move. That mobility from Ruby is insane. She can just go hop in the walls, hop over the walls, then we base. But they having a very long draft, and probably we're going to look some junglers ban or probably some marksman bans, and it's going to be a Barats.
Yeah, that Barats is again a very strong pick in the jungle, although can be countered. His counters are not that popular. We can say Alpha chips him very hard, but you can counter Alpha pretty easily.
I mean, you could say that you could put Barats also in the XP lane. Well, I would say in the XP lane he's a bit more better. He suppress the flicker. You can catch people that don't expect the Barats to be coming at you.
We have seen him being picked in the XP lane, normally against the Arlot. But we're gonna be seeing a Faramis ban here. I guess it's a respect ban from last game. Faramis did super well, denied a lot of utility from Flying Eagles, so I respect that ban.
Yeah. The last ban for SD Monarchs till thus far is going to be an Aura. Again, as I said last time, a very good teamfight mage, denying potential, tower diving potential. She has everything in her new kit after her rework.
Yeah, with that Frigid Glacier, she can also freeze towers while freezing the enemies, so that's a very strong ultimate to have. In a team fight where Faramis right now is banned, she can be a game changing, but then again, we cannot see her.
Yeah, last game the Nana was left open, Lilia was picked instead. Which I don't think is a bad play, but I think the Nana would have worked a bit better. A lot more slow effects, a lot more damage coming through. The ultimate got faster and faster and faster.
You can see the Joy Beam banned again, normal ban, and then
yeah, very good respect ban.
Team SV Monarch picked a
Matilda, very
Matilda,
nice. Yeah. I'm really seeing Ruby getting picked out. Last game saw how devastating she was. That's probably denying a lot of assassin picks. Fanny, Ling, Hayabusa. Even if they're not so popular anymore, they can still be played if you just think about how to perfect them.
So, yeah, I mean, speaking of the Fanny, yeah, they might be able to be picked in this game. CC being picked also allows that because it means a little bit less CC on the side of XP lane. We have to see what jungler they're gonna pick though. If they're gonna be taking this type of composition, they need a tanky jungler, I think.
Yeah, and we're going to see an X-Borg getting picked out to counter the CC. CC is a single target X-Borg, and X-Borg is just a true penetration monster. This can be put in a lot of flex pick positions. Jungle and XP are the most popular. That leaves out a lot to be considered. are they thinking, man, maybe they're going for a jungle export like we went last game, or maybe they're going for an XP? Who knows? Like, they have to think really hard in this draft. And there's going to be a carry.
Yeah, I think they pretty much just copying what Flying Eagles did last game with the true damage. Besides, of course, the roam being changed, in which case they're gonna contest that with the Cloud pick, which I think is an interesting pick against the carry.
Yeah, I mean,
especially if you're going damage carry, like I think this carry is gonna be tanked though.
Yeah, still a Cloud displays into it, which is just insane mobility, it's insane damage from Trinity. As soon as he gets that Trinity buff, it's just over for most things. The towers, the objectives. And speaking of Fanny, she was banned. I mean, that's a very respectful ban, I would say. We know that both Rap and Vlad can play Fanny to a decently high level, but that leaves a lot to be, expect. Like, what's going to be replaced at?
And so we have the Akai ban? We talk about that?
I mean, it's an Akai ban. It can be flex pick as well, like an Arlot maybe, Arlot jungle.
Arlot jungle? I don't really know why would they ban that guy here. I mean, yeah, they want him in the jungle probably. That's why they would have chose to ban him. But
and Nana getting banned out, like I was talking about, and a Fredrin following soon after. But I mean, respect bans, I would say.
Yeah, you can see here the Vexana getting picked. I mean, before like this few changes, the few patches, we saw Vexana as like a troll pick, honestly. Character with no mobility, even less damage per se. Now you can hit their skills a lot easier, and they combo pretty well. The damage is not negligible. It's very scary, honestly.
Yeah, the Terrified, the Death Guard, two CCs, the Terrified lasting 1.2 seconds, I believe, and the knockup from the Death Guard lasting 0.8. That's a lot of CC. That's 2 seconds of CC if hit correctly. And we're going to see a Nolan getting picked out. I'll say that's a pretty good pick right there. Pretty solid.
Yeah. I guess that Vexana has said that Vexana has no mobility. And with someone like Nolan that has pretty much 5 or 4 dashes to his disposal, that's very scary for her.
Yeah, and I mean, the Cloud's also like a very, I would say, easy target in the early game. He doesn't have that much mobility, doesn't have that much skill uptime.
Let's not forget what the Starboy did last game. Not that one, but like in the other scrim, you saw him. He outplayed 4 players, and he was level 3, I think. Yeah, with a Purify.
Oh, there's a Kadita, which is interesting. I mean, she has CC immunity. She has those rough waves coming through, but like, just a lot of damage right here. We're probably going to see a lot of Purifies, and the Marty's pick is actually a nice pick right here, considering the Matilda and the Kadita.
Carry is going for the Purify though here. I mean, I would have expected said like a carry tank with a Vengeance to counter that Claude, but I mean, Purify is still very good.
Well, I would say it is a carry tank right here. So, but even so, both of the marksmen have a lot of sustainability. No, all of the teams have actually. It's still a 3-fighter meta. One team is flying Eagles right now. The Marties, the CC, the Ruby, just like we saw last game, but a bit tweaked out. We saw how dangerous CC can be. Even so, the Kadita can have very devastating wave clearing, and his wave, just CC. A knockup followed by a petrify, by a big burst of damage. Then Nolan has a lot of fast clearing abilities, can just go from lane to lane. He has a 2-second cooldown on his dashes. On most kills actually, his ultimate has very high DPS for the early game.
You can see here on the bot lane, the export chipping out that CC. I mean, they are like the counterpart of each other. Export is like the AoE damage version of CC, and CC is the single target damage of Expert.
Yeah, just like I said, but we're going to see the Nolan opting for a different level 4 strategy right here to gun the CC probably.
He's risking that level 4 though. He has to take that grab.
It's not a big risk. We saw the fracture. Not I doesn't have the fracture. My mistake.
That's
He
why.
almost gets the kill on CC.
Starboy chipping out that Claude. Nothing they can do right now. But we can see here the Martis camping out. Do they know though? I think it's pretty obvious. He just revealed himself, and they're gonna take that crab. No contest in here. The Matilda is gonna just give info here. She just takes some damage, and we can see our Nolan. Is he gonna try to contest his... Yeah, we can see a retry coming in.
A fracture as well, and a decimation coming in from Mark is taking the life of Matilda away. That Mark's Mortal Coil skill was timed perfectly to just...
Barely missed that fracture, right?
Yeah, he missed a fracture. It denied a lot of the damage actually.
Yeah, so yeah, the Martis pick is always dependent on that first kill. He's dependent on that first plot. He's dependent on being able to snowball. A Martis that doesn't snowball is just a wasted potential. And you can see here Xborg not level 4 yet, but he's gonna get it now. Takes the blue buff Martin, and then he gets a level 4. You can see how much Xborg is doing damage. I think the last insanity is gonna be coming in here, and Xborg is just gonna kill that Martis, and that's gonna be free turtle for SV.
The Matilda also went in, got a lot of poke damage, was gonna fall, forced to use the flicker to get out. I mean the Purify to get out, my mistake.
Ruby and Vexana just backing off, and let's see Martis, Claude using the Blazing Duet on that Starboy, just clearing up the lane, nothing he can do honestly. But Carrie is just forced to stay out. She probably can sustain this, she can keep laning, no problem. She has that Brave Smite this time. And then we can see Ruby here jumping on the Carita, but no commitment. She probably still has the rough wave, so it's pretty scary. I'm offended, barely missing in that bush. Carita,
the bush checker, the bush camper, just checking a lot of things.
Yeah.
The Matilda using the circling
we did not see the CC.
Ruby. Petrify and rough waves coming in there, Ruby.
Perfectly executing that, and she can escape this. Are they gonna let her though? That Matilda with that.
Wow, that was a very good save from Matilda.
Yeah, I mean Matilda is this support mage role that can do everything. And that's just so good for this team, because Carita, when she uses her first skill, she's pretty much relying on her ultimate to be able to live.
And
although
while it all happening, there was a kill on bot lane on CC.
Yeah.
A bit depressing. We're seeing the Nolan camping in a bush until getting revealed by this Captain Crab. I mean, that was a bit of a mishap play.
We have a mana advantage on the bot lane and a mana advantage on the top lane. We can see here Cloud's probably gonna get forced. There's one minion though. Oh, we got the Matilda ulting the Cloud, blazing to it, just trying to clear that minion, but it's not gonna be possible. Bot lane, do we get nothing? No, they just try to cut the wave. Turtle though is probably gonna be one side here. They do have the mana advantage on the turtle side. The marksman is not there to help though. Will Nolan be
there in the top lane gang? The Marcus has a free turtle regime right here.
Nolan does have the fracture to execute the turtle, and he's one level ahead.
The Ruby with the... Dude, I'm offended as well, allowing the Marcus to get the perfect retribution on the turtle. Nolan forcing the fracture to maybe burn down 2 people, but he only gets the Ruby. Wait,
you can see here
with the rough waves, Marty denies it.
Mortal Coil perfectly placed right there. Yeah, I mean, right now, that turtle was actually robbed. Honestly, that should have been for Team SV, but I guess they managed to overtake that. As for CC, they swapped lanes here with the... I mean, Carry and Expert swap lanes. That CC here, is she gonna be able to fight this? I would say probably not. CC has a lot of sustain, but we can see here Carry damage is pretty devastating. She has no vengeance. CC has no vengeance. CC has flicker. I don't know. I expect that.
In and out, yeah, she used it a bit earlier. But in the top lane, it's not the X-War getting melted. His passive almost helped him with nothing.
Yeah, Cloud is pretty much like the kind of counter to Export, I would say. His shield just gets melted by his ultimate. But they're just gonna swap back again. Interesting choice, honestly. They probably gonna let the turtle fight for the XP laner. CC escaping with 1 HP in the mid lane.
Very nice play. We saw the Mars trying to get a decimation there, but he doesn't get the prompt to use it. Even so, that Export almost gets his arrows broken.
Yeah, that Terrify combo with the S2 from Vexana is no joke. Look at that. She just took out his shield. If they want to focus on Export, they can. They have the opportunity here to do something, but you can see her Cloud getting destroyed by that carry.
In the top lane, there's a possible kill going on CC, but no, she managed to get out. Curtain Call doesn't go off against that Export. He doesn't have a shield, but Curtain Call comes in.
Yeah, I mean, top lane right now, just as I said, these two are just tanking and gonna heal up everything, and it's just very boring to see them play. We're gonna see here.
XP laners in the current meta right now.
Yeah, that's just the XP life. The Martis is not even there, so that's a pretty much a free turtle. I'm open and coming in, last insanity to get out. But yeah, that Martis is gonna chase him very hard. They're 3 on it, Mortal Coil. That's very poor play from Vlad. That Martis got super greedy for no reason. The Ruby tried to save him. Curtain Call coming in on the Export. Fracture coming. Oh, Fracture gets hit by Vexana. Why is Vexana there? That's very poor positioning for Vexana.
This is looking like a bloodbath right now.
I'm offended coming in on the Nolan, but Nolan is just doing so much damage that poor Ruby cannot even heal that. Can hit Circling Eagle, comboing with the S2 from Export. Claude swapping lanes again. They are on their last breath, honestly. You can see here Kadita camping. Is she gonna be able to take someone? That Claude is just there, and the Claude gets petrified, and the Brave, the Rough Wave.
The Brave Waves. Oh.
The Brave Waves and the Rough Waves.
Man, that Petrify was perfectly timed. They probably got a lot of information from the team from the top lane that Claude used the Purify.
They're probably gonna force this mid lane, circling, you know, coming under the Ruby. Gets connected on the Vexana, last insanity. Vexana gets imploded. Does the Mortis have decimation though? She gonna get her? Yes, he might have it. Yes. Was that? Wow. Actually, like, not joking, that CC might be able to kill him, but look at that shield from Matilda circling going on that CC. She's just gonna get killed by that, and this is very sad for Team Flying Eagles. Look at the Mortis still getting like that. Mortis managed to get the decimation in perfectly, but that Matilda just healed it up. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Was it the Flask of Oasis?
And that's correct. That Rough Wave coming on the Cloud, killing him. The Kalita was just staying in the mid lane, recalling doesn't get hit, just standing there like a boss, not getting. She's just ignored. That was a very good play from the Matilda. The perfect time, shield the Flask with ace spot. Man, nothing.
Look at this Matilda. Look at this Matilda. She just has 2 mage items. I mean, we can say that Flash of Ace is a support item, but it's still mostly damage item.
And they're staying carry going for the low right now, no long, melting it down together. Nothing Team Flying Eagles can do right now. There is a 3 level difference between the junglers.
And there's a score is 12-2, so they have to do something. As said, the Mortis needs to be able to snowball, and the snowball phase is gone. So they have a useless jungler at the moment. That's what I can say.
I wouldn't say entirely useless. He can still get a decimation, just like a bloodbath coming through a killing spree. You
have to see that, because Matilda just pops out the shield out of nowhere, and then the decimation is just completely denied. That Carita trying the same movement again, but she doesn't have the Petrify, I think.
No, she
does it, but there was no range. There was no range for that. CC is just going to base, and we can see here that mid lane just getting forced. Again, SV properly pushing waves. You can see top lane getting pushed, and bot lane coming in with the Lord. Are they gonna be able to dive this though? Last Insanity is still up, so they might be able to push up bot lane. Carita coming in, not committing. Smart choice from her. I think they can actually do something here with the Lord. Last Insanity coming in. Matilda doesn't manage to ult yet. Matilda hasn't ulted yet.
Fracture, almost
Fracture on the Martis, but he's just escaping with a sliver of HP. Rough waves coming in. That combo with the Petrify. What was that from Karita? That was something I've never seen before.
I can't imagine to seal the fish down. Still a lot of damage. They still have 4 members to the 3 members of Flying Eagles. The car is still up. She can melt the base. Nolan is just going to get his blue buff. And the Echo is just being a nuisance.
Yeah, he can heal up. The Matilda just supporting him the entire time. Carry here, doing dishing a lot of damage. Serpent Eagle coming in to knock up some enemies. I'm offended, completely misses. Are they gonna be able to finish this? So top lane is just gonna be going down right now. Explorer is just finishing that very quickly.
Rob is back up.
They can clear waves, but last insanity and Martis is just dead. CC manages to escape on a sliver. He will have gotten hit by that Eternal Guard. Isn't it Eternal Guard? Eternal Guard, I think. Doesn't really matter. Serpent Eagle coming in, knocking up one player, which is Rexana. And you can see here that CC cannot tank that much damage from carry, but he managed to escape. Who got killed by the fountain?
No, the fountain saved her.
Ah, yeah, but are they gonna finish here? They edging me.
Kari is managing to survive. That was the game number 2 out of a best of 3 series, so that means SV Monarch advances to the next games. In the following hours, we're going to have Method Black versus Onigiri, as I said previously. It's still going to be me and Nexus casting. So we're hoping for some very fun games. I know that Team Method Black is looking forward to be playing Onigiri, especially what I heard from most of the play. Urek is actually coming back, so that's a nice thing.
We can actually see him now playing, right? He did take a break.
He did take a small break, but we're going to see the side of SV Monarch just completely demolishing the time of Flying Eagles. Carry just being a menace, doing a lot of damage again, being the top damage dealer. Nolan Flowstick following behind. Still, it's just carry. If they focus the carry a bit more, she would have not been able to get farmed. The Cloud did play pretty well, but still, no luck, no cigar. He wasn't getting ganked, he wasn't joining a lot of team fights. Not much he could do right here. On the fight, I mean, the drafts were pretty close. SV Monarch did what Flying Eagles couldn't do in game number 1. Both of the games were pretty nice, considering the fact that both teams, I think, are a bit still unexperienced in the greater scheme of pro play in Europe. So it's nice to
Monarch
see.
Has potential, honestly. As a team play, they are playing as a team. They know how to engage. They're doing their executes very well. You rarely see teams that know how to push with the Lord. That's something that people need to learn. How to manage the waves with the Lord, to push all lanes consistently, and that's something they've been doing the entire series. So that team has potential.
Yeah, and we're going to head into a 10-minute break. So see you guys then for game number 2. welcome back to the Italian Super Cup. Later today, the game is Method Black versus Onigiri. Both sides have very strong members. It's going to be a very fun game, nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Rick back in action. As we said, he took a small break. We saw him TB play a little bit without him. Alexis was taking his spot for a moment, so
Definitely.
I really want to
Alex is a
see
better
him.
player. Yeah.
I really want to see him. So
Yeah, I mean, Ulrich is a cute little pookie patuti. So we're going to see a lot of things coming from him. And as we talk, we're going to see a funny ban. But, I mean, both of the teams can play both sides. Like, he is a very good joyman, so I'm hoping that gets banned out. We saw him playing the Yin last time.
at this level of play, honestly, most players should know how to play that Fanny. Fanny is not necessarily a complex character. You just need to practice. Just practice that character, and anybody can become good with it.
I would say hard to master, but I hope we're going to see Watermelon or Poxy on Cho. But we're going to see a Barrett's ban, actually, so it's plausible.
I mean, the Barats again. I know he's a very good pick in a moment, but then again, it's a character that can be countered. There's not something that I would say should be permaban. In which case, some characters that can be counters are viable bans. Honestly, that Matilda can be countered, though that character is super annoying to deal with. I would say usually you should ban that character.
I mean, we're going to see a Ruby ban right here, so very nice.
Denying the Guinevere again. She was banned in the last few games, so wanna see maybe they're gonna pick her this time. It's a good character. Her engages are super strong, especially with the knock-up and the CC. Follow up her Violet track when just 3 seconds of knock-up and
almost two something seconds. But we're going to see the respect ban to Likey, the Joy.
Yeah. Likey is a very good Benetta player. Expecting someone to know how to dash through, just time it out with the Joy, and now you're just zooming through the enemies, doing a lot of damage. That electrifying beats is so annoying to deal with. She's immune to CC and she's just damaging you the entire time.
Right, and then we're going to see the Diggy getting banned out. I mean, it's a pretty respectful ban that leads maybe to the Joy, or actually the Guinevere being picked out. My mistake.
I mean, Diggy is your, like, right now, as we are in a CC meta, it's very important to ban that Diggy or to pick him. Because when he's open, he denies that CC. So you are like playing in the open field where the only thing that matters is just damage. And the one who with the most damage will win that fight.
I mean, Diggy with his time bombs is pretty annoying. We saw Boxy playing him. And we're going to see Matilda getting banned. That leaves the Guinevere to be open, to be picked.
Yeah. I think they should be going for that pick, and they will for sure. Guinevere gonna get picked here. Is legitimately when the Diggy is out of the question, or the Ruby. If that Guinevere is open, you have to pick her. That's just normal.
I mean, the Parami is a pretty nice counter to her. He can just deny most of the Violent Requiem. And we're going to see a Minotaur getting picked out as well.
This concerns me. Where the time comes, of course, the Valentina is gonna be picked when there's a Faramis on the board. Please, pick the Valentina.
Almost instantly picked. Joined by the Arlet as well. A lot of
that
CC
was so
effect.
quick. That was so quick. The Valentina should be instantly picked.
Satujin or Pika is a very smart drafter from what I know. I played versus him, played with him. He's a very smart drafter. So this, I remember playing with him, and I was playing Nathan, and he saw me using Inspire, and he said some things that were very hurtful about Nathan, and he told me to switch to Purify. And we're going to see a Kara getting picked out and an Ixia banned.
Yeah, that Ixia is, as said, like when it comes to this CC meta, the further you are from the CC, the better you are. And what is Ixia with her full barrage? It's just straight up a landmine zone in the open, like just shooting everything in there, and mostly no one can catch you. So it's an obvious ban in this game, so we can see.
Right, so I think they're going to go for a Nathan ban, either that or an Assassin ban again. From Method Black, the Assassin ban, and the Marking ban from Team Onigiri.
Nolan is just getting banned. You can see last game he was devastating.
Yeah, he
That
was strong,
character,
even after the nerf.
that character, even though you don't have the Purify on the ultimate, his damage is still there. And when it comes to dashes, his mobility is pretty much the best. What does he have, like 4 or 5 dashes every second? So
Every 2 seconds he has a dash.
so
And from his
that
passive
is
as well.
scary.
And we're going to see the Nathan ban I was talking about. That
Oh.
leaves Urek with probably a 1-1 to be picked.
Yeah, either a 1-1 or
Also
I want to see a
Harith.
Harith. Like we saw SV, they really destroyed that carry with the Harith. So I would not be surprised to see him again. And I think Oric does play him. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
Urek does play. We're probably looking also at the Terizla pick coming from Method Black. The combo with the Guinevere and the Arlot as well. Either that or a Lapu Lapu or a Yujon.
Yeah, you have your average XP laners. I think this is gonna be either a Arlot roam or a Arlot XP. So I don't know at the moment. It's on the tank player, right? Watermelon is a tank player.
Yeah, Watermelon is Baxi, but his name was changed. He's a very sweet little boy.
And that leaves the XP lane open. CC is still open. We saw how
Annoying.
good she did against a Lapu Lapu, so I do not think that's not gonna be it's gonna be the case. I think so. Yeah, CC is just gonna be picked in this scenario. Lapu Lapu does not have that many means to counter her. She is so mobile. She can dodge his bravest fighter and raging stacks at the same time, so it doesn't really matter. And then we're gonna see the Cloud getting picked again against the carry. So I don't think that's a bad draft right
And
now.
right now we're going to see a Dyroth, actually. That's not a bad pick, but versus a Guinevere?
Yeah, Onigiri has an interesting selection here. Their heroes do combo with each other, but the Darius is gonna rely a lot on the engage of the Minotaur. Because Darius doesn't have that engage for himself. He is tanky in a sense, but if he gets caught by a CC, he's pretty much dead.
It's better as a solo fighter, a 1v1 fighter, a laner actually.
Yeah.
It's going to be, I think, a full damage Dyroth. And, I mean, you can't say probably a full damage Guinevere as well. Or I would say maybe actually a tank. They have a lot more frontline.
We have the Urek on that Purify. Yeah, we expect that, honestly, on a Cloud right now. Especially when the Minotaur is gonna catch you with his knockups. He has to be careful with those. We're starting up strong right now. Darth on the red buff and Guinevere also on the red buff. They're going for the XP lane gang, I think.
Team Onigiri, yeah. Team Onigiri is going for the golem buff and Team Metal Black is going to gank the XP lane. I mean, the Lapu Lapu is a menace in the XP lane. So you have to gank him, you have to shut him down early so he doesn't get an advantage of levels.
We did see Rogue do XP ganks often, so it's not that not senseless. Usually these guys do play against Rogue often, or did play against Rogue often, so they are knowledgeable in this. In fact, you can see CC here completely denying the farm from Lapu Lapu. He's just getting the chips out of it, but he cannot do much.
He's forced to recall out of there.
And you see a Valentina gank on the, invade.
Big damage from Dyroth on the Valentina. Likey just going into Spatial Magic, getting a double pick on the Dyroth and the Minotaur, but no, Paxi falls at the hands of Dyroth. See, that's a 2-for-1 trade on the Roamer as well.
It was a super close fight. Valentina was super low, but she engaged again. The Mino and the Dyroth were on life support the entire time. That combo between those two, Arlot and the knockup from
Spatial Magic coming through. We're going to see the Violet Requiem getting the kill on the Faramis. That was a very good pick off. That's a bit of XP for the Valentina and the Guinevere. That leaves a probable turtle open to Metal Black.
Oh, you got
in the top lane, there's a bit of a gank. Dyroth and Lapu Lapu, we're going to see the Abyssum strike, but not enough to get the CC down. We're going to see the Vengeance getting used. Just Wow, this tanked a full strike
You
from
see,
an upgrade S of Dairos. That's something.
Arl is gonna have the level 4 for the turtle fight. Dara does not have the Abyssum Strike to contest it. Bravest fighter coming in to scare the Valentina away.
Like he is starting the turtle, we still know that he has the raging slashes, he stuns the Guinevere, but he manages to use the spatial magic to stun him down. Violet breaking on the Lapu Lapu. Valentina and the Arrow also help a lot of the damage. You can see a flicker and a big hit from the Arlot. Final slash going on the farm is not enough to kill him. But no, he dies at their tower, the Mad Lad, but managed to flicker out and the farm is survived at 1 HP. Maybe are going to see the Valentina for the kill.
Dairoth got invaded on his red buff while they were doing the turtle. That was pretty sad for Dairoth. He tried to execute the creep, but he had to use retry.
Like he still has retribution as well, so that's a free buff to him.
Yeah,
to his health.
the Minotaur should not engage here. They're too far behind at the moment. They're 3k about gold behind them.
Yeah, around 3000 gold or so. But the Guinevere still has the Violet Requiem, maybe looking for a pick-up. You saw Spatial Magic misses, Final Slash also misses. But yeah, so far so good for Team Method Black.
As for the goal lane, is stalemate. These two know how to clear the lane properly, so they shouldn't be able to do a lot besides waiting for a gank from their teammates. As for Team Onigiri, they are
in the top lane.
behind.
CC getting pushed. Vengeance coming out. Curtain Call. A lot of damage on the Dyro. Will she be able to... Abyssum Strike misses. She doesn't get all. CC gets slain out by the Lapu Lapu passive. A lot of damage coming in on the Dyro though. Well, so the Arlot final slash towards the Cloud. We're going to see the knock-up coming in, the Purify as well. But no, that was a very bad trade from Paxi.
But why are we coming on the
top lane, Likey?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a lot of bullying towards the Dyro. His jungle is getting stolen left and right. It was his red first, and it was a turtle that he missed, and then it was another red.
That Urek is in danger here. He managed to get a blazing duet on the Cold Torture as well, so
Valentina, a lot of damage forces the Paramis to flicker out. We're going to see her flicker away. No Cold Torture coming through to deny the damage from the carry. In the top lane, we're going to see the CC still poking that Lapu Lapu, but not a lot of going on. It's a bit of a stalemate against that the Guinevere is again trying to invade. Spatial Magic coming through Violet Magic. Not enough to strike down the Dyro.
Yeah. MTP right now is so ahead. I mean, they goal-wise they're just 3k ahead. So, but in terms of map control, they are gaining those invades without a problem. They are showing the dominance they have right now, and they're jumping on the Lapu.
Looking for a final slash, doesn't manage to pull out. Bravest fighter comes out.
Minotaur is not that tanky right now, so they can't really do that much.
There's a 2-level difference between the jungles, almost a 3-level difference. So just pretty much a turtle for Likey if the Dyro doesn't contest with Abyssal Strike. Big damage from the Arlot onto the Dyro.
Honestly, he can't really do that much, especially when they are contesting that map control. They're not getting close.
We're probably going to see another gang in the top lane, but no, CC reads it out. He still has the Vengeance, no Abyssum Strike, it's the Bravest Fighter and comes out. Spatial Magic on the Dyro, Violet Requiem getting a kill.
Carry is getting ganked here by the Arlot. He has
misses the stun.
They're gonna force his tower out.
The carry cannot do anything, she cannot get close, she cannot do anything, she cannot contest the tower. Or
Lapu uses a premature flicker to go outside the tower.
And falls at the hands of CC, and they lose a top lane turret. Man.
Gold Torture coming in.
Through, blazing duet, Vengeance getting popped by the carry. A lot of tanking, Assassin forced to flicker out. We're going to see the Paramis trying to chase flicker out. Terrified from the Valentina. Big damage from the Dyro onto the Arlot. The Dyro dashes into a wall. No. With the CC getting poked out, no, the carry seals the job and kills her down. The Valentina is going to clear the middle and probably looking for a pick-off.
Well, the
But
carry
no.
did not use the awareness properly. She hit the wall. But Spirit that will coming out. Carry at the moment is
Facial magic on the tower misses.
doing decently right now. She's the only one managing to hold up when it comes to them in gold wise. Of course, she's the gold laner. She's gonna do her best to maintain her gold lead
They need to
compared to
kill
the
that
club.
carry. They need to shut her down. She's 2-0 right now. A lot of farm coming to carry. Arlott maybe looking for a final slash. Valentina takes the cult altar for I am you.
CC is just gonna be shoving that wave. Nothing they can do about it. Especially when the Lapu Lapu is pretty much equal when it comes to farm.
Met Black is looking for an early finish. They're waiting for the tier 1 lord, the level minute 8 lord actually.
They might be able to force this mid lane, but they're just gonna go for the lord.
There is a 4 level difference between the junglers almost. Like is there. Final slash coming to on the Minotaur Violet Requiem. The final slash knockup combos extremely well with the Guinevere. And that's going to be a free lord.
Yeah, at the moment, I said, like, they are far behind. The Minotaur does not have his item, so he's really not that tanky.
Arlott went in at 1v3 Centauri coming to saving them perfectly from the raging slashes. Is that the Like is going tower deep for the carry, but no, Cult Archer pops through, saving the Dyrot. Bot lane looking like a dead lane right now.
Yeah.
Dyrot just managing his bots right now, trying to get fed, trying to farm. Nothing much he can do. Like is poking out the Minotaur, maybe looking for a Violet Requiem on those 3 people. But no, the Lapu Lapu gets cut out. Mino Rage goes to, doesn't connect on the Guinevere. She's supposed to vengeance carry chasing. Arrow with the final slash pushing the
Actually, kinda help her.
Almost killing. Wow, I mean, that's interesting play. A lot of damage coming from the Arrow.
Yeah, Team Onigiri is pretty grouped up right now. They need their team fight potential. They cannot do that much damage. The Guinevere is so tanky right now.
Uki Urek pushing the bot lane turret. Top lane still has the Lord up. They're probably going to look for a team fight right there. CC just clearing out, shoving that Lord in. Arlott going following close by. Arlott ready for a final slash. Doesn't commit.
Valentina gets the kill on Rames. He was super low. I saw the last magic thingy hit him.
Man. A tier 1 lord pushing an outer turret. That's wild.
Yeah, at the moment, they can really contest. That final slash is so devastating. The only thing they can do is time the Minotaur, on Rage, or on Fury in which case.
I know, I believe the Valentina is going for a more team fight-esque ultimate, so she took the Minotaur for the CC immunity and that deadly knockup. So that's what
it really helps that Arlott to maintain his sustain. The more CC there is, the more he has.
Arlott doesn't have Raise Might, he has Quantum Charge, which is also interesting.
Probably for disengages, I would say he really needs it.
Arlott got a blue buff as well, like he's probably mad.
Well, you can see here, as for Dyrot, just building more damage at the Rose Gold mid-tier. Right now, the team is waiting for engage. They pretty grouped up, but they do have the Cold Ultra in disposal. They want that Farmis to be alive so he can actually go in for that save.
And right now, Team Method Black is positioning themselves for a Lord fight again.
But they have the map control, they can allow it. I don't know what's happening in there. The CC just chipping out that Minotaur.
Curtain Call coming as well, but still. Just poke. Lord. Minotaur baited the Min on Rage out. We're going to see Likey maybe going for his own Bravest Fighter coming through. Minotaur flickers in. Blazing Duet comes through from Urek Wookie. Cult Altar doesn't save them. Watermelon is going crazy on that Arlott. Lapu Lapu is going to fall at the hands of Urek again. And Kari is going to get devastated under that tower. That was a very good fight.
And that's the first death for Kari, and that's pretty much it for game 1.
That was game 1. Wow.
Very good execute from Team MTB right there. They perfectly executed that mid lane tower. That Minotaur got a good engage on them, but they disengaged it at a time. They wasted his flicker, and that was game.
Was a very good page from CC.
CC was baiting him, but the problem is
CC
the
was
Minotaur
baiting
fell
the
for it.
CC.
No, like the Minotaur just fell for it. He should have not done that.
Man. Just that final slash was very devastating.
That carry was holding up pretty well until, of course, the last time. Like,
I mean,
she got overrun by the Cloud and he took over her gold lead.
still, looking at the score, Laiki and Sasuji never fell once in this entire 11-minute game. I mean, I would say that's pretty good. Do you have anything to add, Nexus?
I think, of course, we can see here the experience from MTB. They are a team that has been playing for a long time together, and they are showing off right now in the in the series.
I mean,
like,
they did
they
promise me interesting games, so I'm looking
They
forward
did.
to them.
they did super good executes. CC was not doing well against Atlapo as I expected, but the team managed to pull through.
I mean,
The
Lapo
Dire
isn't doing
pick
great
was
either.
the Lapo pick was premature. I mean, that the Dire pick. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Yeah, they needed a Martis. I think that would have been a better option. I'm not sure if he was banned. I doubt. But yeah,
Man, nothing would have worked here. I think Alaska would have worked a bit better. I mean, the Dyro doesn't have that much kit. His early game is a bit strong, but I don't think he was very useful here. The carry doesn't get much advantage from him. He couldn't engage properly. But right now we're going to go on break till next game.
yeah. So we're back.
Yeah, we're back with game number 2 of the series.
You didn't let me do it last time, so yeah, I wanna be first this time. So yeah, I wanna be first or something. So I'm gonna take this because I can rob you this time. But yeah, we are back here, waiting for the game to start, waiting to see what exciting things are gonna be coming this time. I don't know. We were playing in the voice chat, and we're hoping at show. I think there's gonna be a show.
I hope Boxy goes a show. He promised me a show. I want to see a show.
We will see a show.
We're going to see a Respect the Ban Joy again. I mean, nothing else you can do.
This is going real quick.
I mean,
we give us some time. So we got the Joy ban, your average ban as always, and then the Matilda ban. The Matilda ban, as said, it's a character that does so much. Does so much, and it's super annoying to deal with. It's a character that can be everywhere in the map and can take anyone anywhere. And
it has killed high reward. Very good.
Yeah, it's a very good character to play. Her ultimate there, the Circling Eagle, can get knockups on the enemies while still being somewhat safe. Something that really blows my mind. Yeah.
Very nice.
We got the Arnold ban. Expected. We saw Paxi Watermelon do super well last game. Those heavy final slashes.
I think Urek did extremely well in that situation. He was winning the carry, was pushing the lanes, he was putting pressure everywhere.
In that lane was pretty much a stalemate on the gold lane. We saw nothing much happen until there was so much lead from the side of MTB that they actually managed to win that carry over. She only died once, which was on the last fight, the last stand on the tower. Then we can see a Fanny ban from Team MTB. Yeah, I think Fanny is just a prominent pick in this type of games, which is really something that can be countered, honestly, but it's a tough thing. You have to allocate a lot of resources for a Fanny.
And the Valentina ban, I mean, expected, as I said. Just like Arlot. Two very good picks in the hands of both Paxi and Pika, respectfully.
Well, yeah, the Valentina ban was, I don't know. I think they just want to have that one side ultimate. They want to have that advantage in some way. You don't really see a Valentina ban that often these times, but it's a character that has a lot of pick rate in a lot of series. Like in the M5, she had like a 74 pick rate at the end, like and a 60% win rate or something like that. That was insane. I just saw that today because I was rewatching some of the games, and on the final that she had like a 40 something win. I don't know, 48, and that's very good. And then we can see a Nolan pick
as well.
And a Nolan pick.
Expected. The Guinevere is still open for Team Method Black. Do you think they're going to capitalize on it? We're going to stay Ruby.
So
win.
We're gonna see the Guinevere gonna pick this time. I mean, we saw how Like did the first game. It was pretty much dominating, and when they see that the pick on the side of Onigiri is a Nolan first pick, which leaves the Guinevere open for the jungle. I don't think they're gonna pick it that early though. I don't think they're gonna pick it that early. But as we can see here, Guinevere is a somewhat good roam to pick. But when it comes to a Ruby counter pick, is not very good. Ruby denies that engage from a Guinevere and pretty much makes her useless because she can't really get that knockup and she cannot follow up with the Violet Requiem.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing probably a CC or an X-Borg right now. Both of them are very annoying to deal with. CC especially, she can just run away from every team fight she's in. And we're going to probably see a Tigreal or something to disengage or engage. Like a Hilda, maybe, huh?
Well, a Hilda pick. Yeah, I mean, I think they just want to deny it from the enemy because we know how much Hilda denies the farm from most of the assassins in the early game. She can just be in the enemy jungle and like, I'm not gonna let you farm properly. I'm gonna be as annoying as I can, and I'm gonna make you allocate a lot of resources towards me. And It's pretty devastating in the early game.
I would say that the carry the carry pick was quite niche, and the Faramis ban, I mean, it's a bit annoying to deal with if you don't have a Valentina, but
Yeah, I mean it's like the countermeasure. They don't want the Valentina, so we don't want the Faramis. Like it's either you have it or I have it. Nobody can have it. And we're just waiting here right now. The team's just taking their time to decide what they pick and ban. I mean,
we're
you
going to
see
see a
here.
Minotaur.
Yeah, the Minotaur ban from. They have the Hilda already. They cannot deny that CC right now. They don't have that many anti-CC characters on the team. When Nolan lost his Purify on Fracture, he does need to play a little bit more safe when it comes to getting shot down.
I mean, I would say he has to play a bit more careful.
Yeah.
I mean, he still can go for the same placement, but it's a bit more difficult to dodge the CC effects. I mean, like Minotaur can dodge it a Fracture and the skill too, but
He's still
we're going to see
getting
a
banned.
Nana.
Also, the same
But the
ban from.
Aurora is still open. The Aurora is still open. Oh?
Yeah, Aurora's open, but I think at this moment in time, they might already know that the heart is going to be in the jungle. But this Angela pick right now, this this is gonna be interesting. If I know what it is, if I think what it is, it's an Angela mid lane.
I mean, it could be an Angela. I mean, it's the hands of such anything can play in the mid lane from him.
Yeah,
I've seen him
we
play
have
Talisa,
seen
I've
this
seen him play
before.
everything.
You haven't even seen a Fovius mid lane, but that wasn't that bad, honestly. Um, that that Angela mid lane is not something to take as a joke because you already have the Ruby. She's already tanky. If the carries decide to go as a tank, which she can perfectly go, they don't really need that much tankiness in the mid
Right
lane.
now, we're seeing a Nathan being picked out, and they're either think of a big burst mage like Farsa, an artillery mage, or something that does a huge chunk of damage in like 1 second, like an Overwarrior. It's going to be that, and we're going to see that show coming in from Paxi.
We take the word of Paxi. He promised us something, and we are excited to see this. Interesting picks from the side of MTB. They went for the Hired Jungle first, which is something that we haven't seen in a long time. We have seen the gold lane Hired being played by SV Monarch, but Hired Jungle, it's pretty much a signature pick from Likey. So I'm excited to see this.
I was expecting like to go again Guinevere or something a bit more tanky, maybe swap the Ruby into her own position or something like that, but no. It's going to be a very fun match from what it looks like.
I think they're just going for the fun matchup right now. The Quantum Charge on the carry here.
It could mean a lot. It's still a time carry, but it's with quantum pressure. She has a bit of more movement. But
well, she probably needs it. Carry has barely any range. Nathan doesn't have that much range, but he can push her out with his second skill. So she just needs to play close in the quarter, like getting close to him.
The Novaria here looking to get some vision on which side the junglers are starting. He's
Hilda,
getting help from 4 people though.
Yeah, Hilda can't do much honestly here. Like we know how much Hilda is oppressive in the early game, but when you have a team that is so well put together that they won't let the Hilda even come close to C, that's just hindering her potential to be what she should be, an annoyance in the early game. I think she could have done something, but she's not that confident. We see those plays being done by Hilda with a sprint. We can see, but she doesn't have her S1.
Cho getting out, forcing the Angela to flicker on Novaria, hitting her with the Astral Meteor, I believe. And I mean that was a pretty...
The Hilda didn't have her S1, that's why she wasn't
there's a
going
fight.
in.
Harit with the Xenon Force going for Squeak on that CC. Will he be able to die? He almost dodges it, but no, follows the hands of Likey. That's an early game kill for Team Method Black.
The reason why that Hilda didn't go for a invade or the time was she didn't have her S1. So she she relied a lot on her sprint, so she didn't want to risk it.
We're seeing like a team fight is happening in the top lane again. Ruby just being a menace under the tower, stunning Squeak. Like he's just doing a lot of damage. You're seeing Watermelon getting chased by Snorlax. Maybe he wants to eat him, who knows?
I mean, he
And a
can.
big snipe coming from Novaria. With huge damage on Cho. In the bottom,
Right
we see the
now,
stalemate. Nathan got a level 4 before the carry, forcing her to use the Venge in the top lane. The turtle fights started to happen. Part of the Xenon Force poking out the Hilda. Cho still here, but not at level 4. He's probably not to clear the mid lane. Fracture missed on Ruby. Nolan starting to do the turtle. Like he's forced to back out. That's an objective for him on Onigiri.
yeah, Snorlax got the upper hand here. They did manage to get out the sprint from the Hilda though, but that was a free turtle.
Ooh, almost a steal on the blue buff of Lucky from Novaria.
That was pretty scary for him. Yeah, the Hearth actually went out on a sliver of HP without Novaria hitting them snipes. Like, she had the Astral Echo on him, so his hitbox was bigger. And Nathan here, hoping to engage. I think they can get something here. Nora needs to be careful here. Cho has the flicker.
And the kick.
Jet Kundo is not gonna be risking it.
Likey, Xenon's Force, lot of damage. Fracture coming through Angela Hard Guard to protect the Harry. Big damage upon the Novaria. Hilda is getting a lot of critical magic damage upon her. In the top lane, we're seeing the Ruby having more advantage from the Lesia in the mid lane. Nothing can happen. Zen is trying to attract the attention of Foxy. On Cho will be able to see away of the dragon coming from Likey with a Xenon's Force again, melting the Hilda down, and its a concussive blast helps to lower her HP down, diminishing the chance of her escape.
Yeah, right now, as always, on the bot lane, it's kind of a stalemate. They just clearing that wave, they getting the farm, but they're gonna try to do something here. They might be able to even force this. Cho doesn't have the
fracture coming through, forcing Angela to flicker out. Cho going in, Nathan forced to use entropy, melting down Likey. Urek is trying to help Foxy, but no cigar. Nolan is there. Is he able to escape? I don't think so. Novaria misses a snipe. No.
Yeah, the Cho wasted a lot of time. He did flicker into a wall, but he didn't manage to waste him. Yeah, of course. You can see Ruby here rotating for the mid lane. They probably want to go for the. That's a risky take. That retreat. I don't know if that was worth it.
Ruby just chasing down everyone. Xenon's Force going down. Are we going to see an ammo fan? That probably not. Entropy from Nolan is ready. Purify is ready. Likey is probably going to hit the retribution, and he does. Ammo fan coming hard guard upon the Ruby. A lot of damage coming in from Alexia. Zeddy is dying at the hands of everyone, actually. CC there, everyone there. Strategy on top of the Ruby. Big damage, but I think this is a team fight closed for Team Method Black.
Well,
the
yeah.
gap is almost closed, but still.
They did manage to get the Hilda. They did manage to get the Hilda, though it was very close. I think they did get a little bit overzealous here. They just got greedy and then kept going when they should have just backed out, especially the Hilda. Now they're gonna get the blue buff.
I mean, Nolan coming there, Nathan coming there, is going there, Novaria giving
out Likey's in danger.
Curtain call upon them, hard guard on top of Likey, Watermelon with the choke kick. He doesn't actually go for one. That's a team fight loss for Team Black again. That's not good for them.
Well, both teams did mistakes there, of course. They let Carry now push bot lane. That Nathan had to go mid. The laner had to go help at blue buff, but he might be able to push mid lane. He might be able to push mid lane though, yeah.
Yeah, Nathan goes with entropy. Then he's just zoning out Poxy. Nolan invaded the red buff of Likey.
Yeah, right now we can see that the hard pick is not really working out so well for them. We have to see though, like we have to wait for him to get his items, of course. The Nolan just does so much. He really does a lot. Like he can dodge him, but you
Squeak
have
is
to be
getting
very careful.
chased out of the jungle of Team Method Black. Box is maybe looking for a kick upon Zemi, but no. Rio uses the Astral Meteor. Snorlax looking for an entry with Fracture, maybe upon Harried, but he's not risking it. Turtle as Bounty is a 2-level advantage almost. But Ruby is probably going to force that top lane after that, probably going to join with the Offended Flicker. No, like he gets Retribution. With the Dragon upon Snorlax, he gets out. Actual getting a kill and a trade. Very nice. Zen's getting poked out. We're going to Sturby, maybe trying to commit under a tower dive, but no. Nolan's still there waiting for his blue buff. Squeak, Rio giving a lot of vision and support. Satsushin heading over there. Foxy are giving vision, but no. Astral Echo comes. Xenon's force under the tower upon the Hilda. We have the dragon still doesn't connect. And a big meteor to deny them entry.
That was a very exciting turtle fight right there. I said like MTB has such a good experience. They know how to play together. They did have the disadvantage on a turtle, but they still went for it. You saw how the Jet Kundo connected perfectly at the same time as like he went for that red tree. That jungler couldn't do anything. That the Nolan just got knocked up and like he just got it, and yeah, it was a pretty much unfair fight for them, even though they had the disadvantage there. Like,
and I'm really seeing that they have the same amount of towers, but I think Team Black is going to lose a tower in the top lane soon if they're not careful. Nolan is going towards bot side, maybe to clear or just to farm. We can see that the Nolan is just, I mean the Nathan is just in the middle, just probably baiting out against his Snorlax standing in the bushes looking for a small prey to go to him. Fracture going through, not enough. You know what, a fracture?
No, there was no fracture. Yeah, but then again, the Ruby would have tanked it anyways.
Ruby. Does she have some offended to get a pick up? Big team by Zilon's force going down. Urek getting a kill on the Hilda. Keep continuing. Like getting a kill. Snorlax getting a kill on Urek. Satsushin getting a kill on Snorlax to revenge. Rio is on 1 HP. He manages to survive. We're going to see CC fall down to the hand of Likey. And that's probably going to be a 2-tower push in the mid lane.
There's no way that they let the Novaya leave on 1 HP. Like, she just... Okay, I'm gonna go that way, and I'm gonna go. But that was a very good team fight, though.
He's able to clear?
Yeah, like he was getting invaded constantly by the Nolan. Even though the Nolan, like, was not winning those neutral objectives, he just went for the invade. And he just...
Where the dragon upon... Novaria doesn't manage to do anything, just to delay. Astral Echo coming through hard guard upon Cho to give him a bit of shield. We're going to see Likey still get that retribution off. Big snipe, but misses. The Likey's forced either to recon or to just farm a lot to get his mana back. Zane is just giving vision information, just looking around, just babysitting, I would say, the Nathan a bit.
Yeah, right now they do need to catch up, even though they are somewhat equal. NTB is 2k gold ahead. They need to focus on farming. The Nolan is doing that perfectly fine. He's invading a lot. He's taking those gaps that MTB is leaving. Though we have to see here, the bot lane is pretty much free. They cannot push it though, because Nathan is gonna be there in a second. The Lord is gonna be pushing mid lane. They are just managing the waves right now. The mid lane is just being pushed by itself. And they're gonna shove minions here. Bot lane is gonna be pushed here. They're forced to back out of the bot lane, and
mid lane Zeron's force. Zane gets caught by Ambo Flame, getting shut down by Foxy going. Oh, almost catches the Nathan laughing. Mid lane is probably going to fall if Nathan doesn't use entropy. Actually, doesn't, but the team just defend. But Foxy was in a very good spot, comfortable near the blue buff. Snorlax shuts down Likey, Watermelon outdies the tower damage. Aksu is doing a ton of damage with his entropy. I mean, there's not much you can say. This is a very close game.
That was so bad play from Likey and Paxi. They went in on that Nathan and Nolan, and like, they got instantly melted. Paxi just got hit by her last tower hit.
Jungler, he's going to get shot on. That's a very bad play. I'm offended, giving more gold to carry. That's not looking good for Team Onigiri. Zeni is just going to help invade. actually gets the blue buff, we're going to see maybe Ruby trying to go for an ammo pendant, but she doesn't. She's not. Just there's no follow up really close for her.
We're seeing a lot of mistakes from Team MTB. They're just getting ahead of themselves, even though they're not so farm though. They
There's
just
Zelon
on
for
the
the
2
red buff.
big gold lead. And
Nathan is still camping.
they,
Nolan
they
going
make a lot
through,
of
misses a
mistakes.
fracture. Hard guard almost used. Not enough to shut down our boy Likey.
Are they gonna wait for our lord? I think they just trying to get that map control here. The Nolan is ahead in level, so he does have an
Oh, still
advantage.
coming through. Way of the Dragon can show flicker peak. Zenith Force goes down. Are we going to see maybe a double kill in the bottom, or that was just a kill to secure the lord? They don't have a very good entry fragger right now.
Well, right now, like is still not level 15. He has no blue, so he's a little bit on a disadvantage. Although Nolan is just trying to push the top lane. I don't think he's gonna contest that. He's not gonna be contesting the Lord.
I don't think he
Angela is in a little bit on danger here because Nolan can actually much kill her.
almost
He's gonna flicker out.
Huh?
The Angela outplayed the Nolan and she just flickered away from his fracture.
Almost gets in there. Oof. That was a very close Angela Hill Sprout.
Yeah, they playing a little bit more safe. MTB needs to play safe. They made a lot of mistakes. That pickoff on the CC was very good. They needed that.
Team
And they
F9
actually
is
managed.
looking to actually match the waves together, so they push at the same time. Bot and mid lane, top lane a bit slower, but Snorlax is looking for a pickoff, almost getting the Ruby, but still not enough damage to break her down. Cho still has the kick, maybe he's going to go for the Nolan, it's probably the best thing to aim for. He doesn't have the flicker though.
Lourdes gets 2 hit on the tower, so that was very good. The high ground tower in the mid lane is on life support. They just need
Snorlax
to
is
one
going to
wave.
have the mid lane dip, yeah. It has.
Yeah, Snorlax is playing very well right now. He's playing that side.
Good pick up on Cho. Will he able to no? Light gets the ulti, Xenon's force goes down, and a kill on Snorlax. Zen is close to follow by. That crisis true damage is insane.
They could not follow up for that. The Hilda and the...
Oh, Ambo comes on big, action goes out, but still forces the vengeance out of Sissy. It's just like going deep with Xenon's force. Will they be able to finish though? They have
No, they have 2 waves.
advantage. Big damage, but actually still has the ult back. Rio can't do much. They're probably just going to look to target the base. Cho kicks the
Inside the
back in the
fountain.
base. And that's
Well
going to be
played
the
from
end of
MTV.
game number 2. And the winners for today are both SD Monarch and Method Black. So they're going to be advancing to the next games.
Good job from MTB. Good job from Onigiri. I really liked how MTB did kind of do some mistakes this game, but they kind of were having fun with it, honestly. Snorlax was playing extremely well this game. He was taking those losses of neutral objectives pretty okay. He was trying to get as much capitalize on other stuff. Like he was getting those blue buffs, even though he lost a turtle.
I mean, he was winning the level department as well. He was ahead almost all the time of Hired by 1 or 2 levels. So he was playing extremely well, but still, they didn't have that much of an engager. Didn't have that big of a roamer. They were probably expecting a gold lane Harriet, not a jungle Harriet.
Well, yeah, I mean, the jungle Heart in the early game was not doing very well, so... But the problem is, MTB played around it. They managed to make it work. In the sense where Hilda should have been able to capitalize over it in the early game. She didn't have her S1, she didn't even try to invade. Even though there was 4 people there, she might as well maybe been able to waste some time. She didn't go for it.
In the late game, all those injuries as such didn't got the favor roam. To get more healing upon like he was just going in, not being able to be melted down. He was tanking a ton of damage. So was Cho and Ruby. But the game was pretty close. I thought Metal Black may be going to fall, but still the pigs are a bit weird. That's why. Because
I mean, I said they were having fun with it, and
yeah, they're having fun.
The game was fun, and I really liked the Cho. He played pretty well. Although the last kick on the fountain, we don't talk about that. And
Yeah,
he's
I think that
hitting
was
the
a
wall.
troll kick just to push him out to say, nope, you're not coming out. Go back to where you belong. But
yeah, the
yeah,
games.
the games are very fun. And we thank you guys for watching the series so far. I am Zakota, and as we said, I was joined by
Nexus. Hello.
Nexus said hello. And I think
And
that's going
Nexus
to
say
be
goodbye.
the end for today. I wish you guys a good rest of your night. Zakota out.